you can, well, it's the end of day 3 of the World's Group Stage. I'm joined right now by World's host, Ovilee May, with coverage presented by U.GG. Talk a little bit about this stuff because she's done enough interviews this Worlds where she kind of started, she was like, I need to be interviewed. So now, I don't know what you wanted in this interview, but now we're here.
Wait, you told me that you wanted to do an interview. Do you not want to do an interview?
I mean, I thought that, yes, sorry, I told her I want to do an interview. How's Worlds been for you?
I feel very misled. I rushed down here for this, but I mean, this was my first Worlds, and it was the first time I was doing it. I can't believe that they actually let me do it. So it's been freaking amazing, and I've learned so much, and I've talked to so many cool players. I talked to Uzi. So I've just kind of been blown away by the entire experience, and I'm super sad that it's over.
The joke, by the way, was that you wanted me to do the interview with you. That was the joke that I was going for in the beginning. that you had that you had tricked me into. Anyway, so you talked to Uzi. Let's go back in with that. How was that?
It was really great. I got a little nervous. There have been a lot of interviews that I was super nervous for, and I had a couple word fumbles.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I did an okay job.
He's very human.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
I just mean you don't have to be nervous in front of Uzi.
Okay, Travis, listen.
Faker's probably not human, so I could understand nerves around him. But Uzi, I think you're okay with.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I literally just interviewed Ming, and I said like, there's a lot of people like Uzi's getting hyped up so much this Worlds that like, I feel like we need some knowledge of how he's human, and he was saying, well, he calms us all down before the games by singing and doing dolphin noises. So like, that should help you if you interview him again.
How much sleep did you get last night?
I'm not jet lagged at all. I'm doing fine.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah. That's a true story. He actually said that. Ming said that about
Oh,
Uzi. Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, he does dolphin noises.
Oh. Shocks does a way better one.
Yeah.
Shocks is a way better one.
Yes. So, how have you been doing in Korea? How's Korea for you?
Korea's been interesting. I got super nervous. I went into super over prep mode for Worlds, where I just wanted to know absolutely everything about each of the teams, especially for play-ins, since it was a lot of teams that not everyone really knew about. So I haven't seen much of Korea yet, but tomorrow I'm gonna be starting to go out and explore everything. Food's great though.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about how Worlds has been for you, because we talked about this at the beginning of the year. You really wanted to do this event and work at it. So what has it been like for you?
I mean, when we talked about doing it at the beginning of the year, I just kind of like, haha, laughed it off because I didn't think it was going to happen. This is still my first year of working with the Riot broadcast and working for the Riot broadcast and basically doing anything on camera. I started with you last January-ish. So yeah, it's been like about a year and a half, year two. So I didn't think this was going to happen. So to me, this entire thing has been nothing but a freaking dream.
Yeah. That's cool. And unfortunately, today is your last day on broadcast, though, right?
Yeah, just on broadcast. I'm sticking around for the entirety of Worlds. Going to be bringing you some more coverage for another media party that you don't want me to say the name of.
I'm okay with you saying the name.
I'm allowed to say the name of it? Okay. I'm doing stuff with ESPN.
Okay, there you go. So we'll be facing off.
This is going to be the first time where we're going to be fighting for interviews. So now it's like the student has become the master, and you're just going to be like asking, so what was the entire experience like for you? And I'm just going to be like, wow, well, let me tell you something, Jensen, because Cloud9 just won the entire world championship. This was such an important moment for you.
I'm worried I know this is your first World, but let me tell you, that's not how this ever ends, okay? It's not that you don't get to do World Championship interviews with NA teams.
I am going to freaking... You know what? That's what they said about Detonation Focus Me. They said, Ovilee, you're never going to get an interview in with Japan because they're not going to win. And guess what? They got out of play-in groups for the first time in World's history.
Yeah, but you were implying that Jensen would win all of Worlds.
I stand by that decision. You saw Blabber, he's can't control him, but that's just the kind of passion that
we're filming this right after a C9 loss, so I don't.
They don't know that yet.
It's the end of day 3. They know that.
All right. Well, we tried.
All right. You have been around some of the other hosts and interviewers because Shox is now here, and I've seen you doing a bunch of social media updates with Candace from LPL. What's it like hanging out with those guys?
So Shox just flew in to Korea a couple days ago, and she's taken a couple days to adjust. But just the few hours that I spent with her during show today, I have learned so much, like almost more than I've learned in the past couple of months, just in terms of preparing questions, in terms of talking to players, how to even phrase questions, words that I should be careful about using sometimes because it trips me up. So she is freaking out of this world. And Candace, I met her not for the first time, but like the first time that I really got to interact with her. And she's so nice and she's so funny. And I just want to be her best friend, and I just want to follow her, travel the world with her.
Maybe you could do that. That would be a good series.
For you, you just want more content.
I know. I mean, you could put it on a different channel. I'm just saying that would be a travel series with the two of you. Would be quite fun.
I'm interested. Anything with esports and food.
She would just. It would be. Kay just slowly goes insane over the course of traveling the world.
I drive a lot of people crazy.
I can attest to that. All right. Speaking of that, how are you?
I think I'm pretty good. I was telling you everything when I first started at Worlds, where I was very overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, am I doing a good job? Is this how it should be done? Because everyone's in LA, my main sources, I couldn't just, walk over to them and be like, tell me what I'm doing wrong or tell me if I'm doing something okay. So it was very much me just kind of like monitoring and dealing with myself.
Yeah. Any highlights of the World's experience for you so far?
Whew. Oh my gosh. There's
None. There's no highlights whatsoever.
no. I mean, like, clearly the win for Vitality, that was a fun interview with Jizuke because no one thought they were going to do it. And they pulled off the win. He pulled out his freaking Echo. They went like 45 minutes or something, and then they ended up going through the top lane, and it was so exciting. So, I mean, that was a crazy moment, and I loved that. Definitely talking to the Japanese players on Detonation focused me, and seeing how passionate they were about showing their own play styles. Cyrus bringing out his own Heimerdinger and just stomping on people. There's so many. This entire thing was a highlight, and everything was so, fangirl.
Very cool. Well, looking forward to the rest of your coverage, but I know you have a shuttle to catch. You said I had exactly 14 minutes, and how long is the runtime on this video so far?
Oh, we got 2
Oh,
minutes
really?
to spare. Let's go. We got time. I can take a taxi. Let's go. 30 minutes.
You were really stressed. You were like, we got to get out here. Now you're saying you can get a taxi.
Taxi. It's the last day I can expense it.
Here, well, hopefully your new employer.
How was your day, Travis? I know you're really the man behind the microphone, and I'm sure you want someone to ask you, how are you doing?
Well, NA seems to be unable to get more than one win in a day, which is really frustrating to me. And Team Liquid is 0-2. That is also really frustrating to me. So a little frustrated, I would say. But I don't know. I've had some good interviews. I talked to Smeb earlier. He speaks English a little bit, so that was fun. I just want more people to click on the other videos on my channel. That would be helpful. So if you could do that, that would be nice.
I can try to do that. I actually got a really good interview with Double Lift today after their loss. I think they're going to air it tomorrow during Countdown or something, but I thought that was really good, and I'm looking forward to that.
So they knew you were leaving the broadcast, so they're like, quick, get us stock as much of her footage as we can. People won't know she's gone if we just get her. You're like, yeah, they've been having me do all these interviews with the players, and none of them have aired yet. I don't know what the deal is. They're just going to pretend you're still here.
Can I humble brag, self brag really fast? I was kind of super proud of myself because I've felt comfortable and I've been able to, I feel like, grab players, like the Double Lift interview that wasn't planned. I've had a bunch of interviews with like Reapert or with some of the other coaches that none of them were planned, but I kind of
interview Reapert. I feel like Reapert is 50% of your interviews, I've noticed.
He's like one of my favorite people now.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I'm not biased, but he gives really fun interviews because he just shits on his teams. But yeah, so I've been like kind of producing some of my own interviews, so I feel super cool about that.
That's cool. Well, now they have all of them for the next week or so.
We lost.
No. I mean, like, the Riot has the interviews. Yeah. What else do you want to ask me? You're just holding the microphone in front of my face. I don't know if you have anything.
It's an interviewer tactic. If you hold the microphone in front of their face long enough, they're gonna say something.
Yeah, like, what's the next question? I would love to know the next question from you. Please. We're gonna miss your shuttle.
I am going to miss my shuttle. Travis, is there anything that you'd like to say to your fans out there?
Yeah. Thanks so much for the interview, Ovilee. Really appreciate it. You can check out the rest of my coverage here on my YouTube channel. Please click the other links. u.gg there in the description. Twitch Prime. This fun thing. You might not know this, but if you have Twitch Prime, you can just click
Use it to subscribe to my channel, twitch.tv/
Travis Gafford. People are actually going to do that now.
I know they're actually going to do it. I'm stealing all of your stuff from you. Look, the competition has started already. Do you have any last things you want to ask me?
No.
Well, I'm going to say thank you to all of the people because all of you guys have been sticking around on Travis's channel for absolutely forever. I'm not talking about anime. I'm trying to give a heartfelt. I know I'm trying to give a heartfelt message. But I know a lot of you people have been watching me grow from this awkward little goober into the slightly larger, bigger goober that I am now. And I just finished my first day of Worlds, or my last day of my first time doing Worlds. And I'm super happy. And thanks, Travis, for teaching me things. Subscribe to Travis and click on u.gg. That's the end. That's the end of the interview. That's the end. Cut. Cut. Cut.
This is my 7th Worlds now, and one of the coolest things about Worlds is the ability to travel and just enjoy new things. It's really easy sometimes to stay inside our comfort zones. But if you venture out, you sometimes find that you can have experiences you never expected, success you never anticipated. And that's why, sometimes you're in Champion Select, you got to venture outside your comfort zone. You got to try a new champion because maybe the one you've been playing, you've been losing on, And guess what? I got a great way for you to make an educated decision about what champion. Go to the link in the description right now, u.gg. They're our sponsor for Worlds. And you can type in a champion there. You can learn all about it. Maybe that's the champion you need to take on the next adventure or journey in your life. Because let's face it, things you need something new. I don't want to make this personal, but listen, the whole point is u.gg will make sure you never lose Champion Select again. They're sponsoring our stuff. It's super helpful. Click the link below. Check them out. Super helpful for me. Thanks so much.